All I ever craved was a simple, serene existence by my own secluded pond. But life had other plans, dragging me into a brutal showdown with a woman named Margaret Hayes, who wielded neighborhood rules like a weapon, convinced they entitled her to claim whatever she eyed. She and her cronies invaded my pier, turning it into their rowdy clubhouse, scoffing at my warnings, then sicking the authorities on me for daring to defend my turf. What unfolded next was a storm of deceit, intimidation, sabotage, and a courtroom battle that dismantled the whole community board. Buckle up, this tale packs 3 shocking turns, 1 dramatic bust, and endless spite. Have you crossed paths with a Margaret in your life? I'd finally snagged my dream retreat last winter in the quiet hills of Maine. At 42, a freelance software developer who'd hustled endlessly, scrimping on trips and grinding through deadlines, this cozy waterfront cottage on 15 acres felt like payoff. The pond wasn't massive, about an acre of glassy water, but it was exclusively mine. The broker hammered home that key detail: private pond, private pier, total seclusion. I envisioned remote work sessions with nature's soundtrack, perhaps dipping a line in on lazy Sundays. Those initial months delivered pure bliss. Mornings meant fresh brew on the pier, mist dancing over the surface, nothing but bird songs and the soft plop of rising fish. My setup in the living room overlooked it all, boosting my focus like never before. Stress melted away. For once, I was rooted in the perfect spot. After pouring my savings into this haven, yeah, I got fiercely territorial, who wouldn't? Then, one crisp April Tuesday, chatter shattered the calm. Booming laughs ricocheted across my sanctuary. Peering from my screen, I spotted them. 6 intruders unloading tackle on my pier. My pier on my land. Coolers, lawn chairs, a blaring rock station, they sprawled out like kings. I stepped out, heart pounding but composed, to size them up. Leading the pack was a sharp-dressed woman in her mid-60s, with manicured silver hair and an air that screamed entitlement. Margaret Hayes, as I'd soon learn, bossed the others, 3 guys and 2 gals, all her age, around like a drill sergeant. One dude was already chucking soda cans into the water, and my temper flared. "Excuse me," I said evenly, "this is private land." They barely flinched. Margaret chuckled dismissively. "Newbie, huh? Sweetie, this pond's been everyone's playground for decades. It's basically shared." Her "sweetie" dripped condescension, like I was a naive outsider. "But ma'am, I own it all, pond included. Time to pack up." She rose, glaring as if I'd insulted her lineage. "I'm Margaret Hayes, Vice President of the Oak Ridge Community Association, and things don't shift just because you waltzed in. Folks have fished here for 25 years, you can't erase that." Her crew bobbed in agreement, one burly guy in a tackle vest snickering. "Boy needs a lesson in neighborly vibes," as he baited his hook. I fetched my title papers, waving them like a flag. "Here's the proof surveys, boundaries, all mine." She skimmed it like junk mail. "Documents glitch sometimes, dear. Usage overrides ownership, check the law." A cigarette butt sailed into my water, and I seethed. Were they delusional or just bullies? Next day, I hammered up a sign: "Private property, no fishing, trespassers prosecuted." Solid, straightforward. But by noon, they returned, guffawing at it, snapping selfies with thumbs-down poses, one even mock-casting toward it. The brazen mockery stung. I marched out, phone recording. "You're trespassing, leave now." Margaret didn't budge. "Heard you yesterday, kid. We're staying." The vest guy waved me off. "Can't hoard water, it's for all." I dove into research that weekend. Laws crystal clear, no common use, loophole on private turf. Hoping for truce, I strung a light rope across the path, nothing hostile, and added a note open to chats on respectful access. Naive? Absolutely. Monday, a knock. Margaret at my door, cookies in hand, beaming falsely. "Neighbor, let's start fresh. I baked these as a welcome." I brewed coffee, sensing the ploy, but aimed for civility. She scanned my place appraisingly. "Reconsider the pond fuss. The neighborhood's buzzing. You don't want to be the Grinch spoiling traditions, right?" Threat veiled as advice. I reiterated my rights, offering compromise if they cleaned up. Her eyes iced over. "Darling, our association prizes teamwork." "Very much." The menace hung heavy. When I held firm, her facade cracked. "You'll rue this." Memories linger, Hiru. Remember who plays ball. That night, Pounding at my door jolted me. Peering out, cop cruisers flashing. Pulse racing. I answered to Margaret, flanked by two officers, a rookie looking awkward, an older sergeant world-weary. "That's him," she wailed, finger jabbing. "He menaced us and barricaded the public pond." Lies poured. Threats, blocking elders from a 25-year staple. Sergeant Ellis eyed me. "Sir." I stayed cool. Ethan Reed happy to clarify. Ellis asked her to point it out me backyard. "Community spot," she insisted. I produced my docs. Deed, survey, water rights. Ellis scrutinized under flashlight, Margaret shifting. "Ma'am, this checks out. You've been intruding." Her jaw dropped. "But our history doesn't legalize trespass," he snapped. "To me, your barriers? Legal." He warned her off, or arrest loomed. She hissed, "This ain't done, venom pure." Ellis advised cameras. "Folks like her don't quit." Chill gripped Mew hat next from this viper. War escalated. Mailbox crammed with association fines. Visual blight from signs, pathway obstruction, harmony breach. $75 each, comply or escalate. Her scent all over it. My attorney laughed. Harassment goal dial slap a stop order. But the mind games ramped up. Neighbors shunned me. Whispers of the greedy newcomer plotting to pave the pond. Coffee runs turned icy, chats halting. Rumors flu-eyed poison the fish. A forced association gathering loomed to debate disputes. Trap obvious, but I attended, lawyer coaching calm. Hall packed, Margaret center stage. Our heritages besieged by selfishness, papers over people. She rallied with tales of family bonds by the water, branding me the destroyer. Crowd lapped it, demanding her proof of claims. I rose. Facts. My deeds ironclad, police-backed. "Show yours." Hostility boiled muttered slurs as I left. Had I poked a hornet's nest? For days post-meeting, my lawyer. Their stall screams weakness, no claim. But sabotage surged. Car keyed. Mail vanished. Kids pelting my signs. Weeding one Saturday, an old gent approached Harold Benson, retired, folder clutched. "Ethan, I've seen the chaos. Let's talk inside." Over tea, he unloaded. Margaret targeted the prior owner, Thompson, pressuring a pond gift. When refused, she smeared him as antisocial, plotting community rights via forced use. Docs spilled. Minutes, emails, scheming pressure, real motive, flogging land to builders for association cash. Pond key to deals. "She's chased families out," Harold sighed. "Testify." He nodded. Time to end her reign. Lawyer pounced. Complaints for plotting, torment. Optimism flickered, but Monday dawn, crashes. Outside signs splintered, rope slashed, pier defaced, shared pond, in crimson. Violation raw. Cameras caught it. Margaret directing two pals at 3 a.m., crowbar swinging, her smirking at the lens. Audacity floored me. Cops same duo reviewed. Clear felony. They cuffed her and crew. Her raging is hauled off. Charges: destruction, intrusion, scheme. Civil suits flew. Victory? Not yet. Desperation breeds madness. Arraignment eve, a knock. Victor Langley, ex-association head, briefcase bulging. "Ethan, truth time." Inside, Margaret embezzled $60,000 plus, forging checks, fake bills. Cover? Sell assets, pond pivotal for waterfront allure, pocketing cuts. Deals worth millions exposed. She ousted me to hide it. Court exploded. Victor testified. Judge halted for probes. Margaret blanched as fraud piled on. Feds audited. Unearthing kickbacks, board axed. Victor back. Her lackeys flipped, admitting payoffs for harassment. Margaret copped pleas. 5 years locked, $120,000 repaid. Broke, home lost. Association reborn. Open books, rights respected. I sip Joe on my pier now, pond mine, peace real. From haven to hell and back, toppling a tyrant. But was it worth the scars? What do you think? Should private property trump traditions, or does long use create rights? Ever fought a bully like Margaret? Spill below, smash like if this fired you up, and subscribe for more raw tales.